Hi and welcome to Outwell and to our Montana 6 from the Deluxe Collection. This is a tunnel design tent, very spacious on the inside. It's 3 rooms including 2 bedrooms across the back, which will sleep up to 6 people. A couple of defining features on the tent for me would be the rain-safe entrance on the side here, and that's going to obviously give you a little bit of protection if it's a little bit drizzly outside, or it can also be doubled up as a handy storage area for some of the smaller storage units. On the front of the tent you also have a rain-safe entry thanks to this large pre-attached canopy, which is going to cover the front door here. Again, on those drizzly days you'll see that it's going to get lots of protection from above. The door itself is of a good size, so getting all of your kit in and out of the tent should be nice and easy. And certainly as soon as you come in here you're aware of just how much space there is. I'm quite tall at about 1.95 m, and you can see I can stand up in here no problem at all. Certainly the space inside the tent is accentuated by these large windows all the way around here, flooding the area with light, making it feel nice and spacious. If you do want a little bit more privacy though, that's not going to be a problem because each window also has its own individual curtain. So just tucked away behind the table at the moment, you'll see we've rolled the curtain away. But that can be brought either halfway up, just to give you a little bit of protection, maybe when you're sitting around the table, or obviously it can be fully closed as well. Across the top of the windows you'll find that we have these ventilation panels, just allowing cool fresh air into the tent. And what you'll also find is the side entrances both have full mesh doors on here as well. So what we can do is roll up the outside door and drop down the mesh panels, or zip across the mesh panel on this side here, again just to give you great ventilation if it's a little bit hot and sticky inside the tent. At the back is where you're going to find the bedrooms, and as I mentioned earlier on, this tent can sleep up to 6 people. A really nice feature here is that these bedrooms actually come pre-attached, so when it comes to pitching the tent, that's a job that you don't have to worry about doing. They're already here in place for you, and how they're attached to the tent is using our wave-shaped hanging point system, which actually adds a little bit of stylistic detail to the tent, but also it has a good function of taking any of the stress across the top seam away on the bedroom side. Then we've got another few features on the outside here, so you can see on the door we have a good ventilation panel on the front here. That's on both of these doors. We then also have some storage pockets on the outside, which is going to be ideal for any of your smaller storage needs. And another feature that this tent uses is our universal inners, which is what we'll show you how to do now. Inside the bedrooms you'll find plenty of features as well, with the large ventilation panel across the back here, again for warmer days, going to keep you nice and cool within the bedroom, and that corresponds with outside ventilation on the tent as well. Just down to the left here you'll also see along the sides that we have some handy storage pockets, again ideal for smaller personal possessions. And then separating the 2 bedrooms you'll find that we have a full zipped sheet here, which can be fully opened up if you do want to create one large area across the back, or obviously you can have it as 2 separate bedrooms as we do now. Something else I want to point out is their lantern hanging point in a good central location within the tent, and then leading away from that you have the cable tidies running all the way down to where you find our cable entry point just here. What this does is allows you to bring electrics into the tent without having any cables running in through your doors, so ideally it's hopefully going to keep out those bugs as well. Also, just while I'm here, I'll highlight the ground sheet that we're using here is a fully sealed ground sheet from front to back and side to side. So what you'll find there is it's also a bathtub style, so it comes up at the edges, so you're not going to have any draft coming in. Hopefully you won't have any sort of sand or dirt or things like this. Also, hopefully it's going to keep out those unwanted creepy crawlies too. It's a great material, it's a double coated polyethylene, it's got a hydrostatic head of 10,000 mil, so totally waterproof. And as I say, it is sealed all the way around the tent here as well. And just while I'm here, I'll highlight that the ground sheet in this area is actually the exact same material, and this can be toggled in to position, or you can remove that if you don't need to use it. So I think now what we'll do is we'll just pop outside to the outside of the tent and take you through some of the features there. Starting off with the fly sheet that we use on this is our Outex 4000 material. So you'll find it's a really good quality polyester. 75 denier taffeta is the type of polyester that we're using here. It has fully taped seams all the way around. It's been PU coated on the inside, and that gives it a hydrostatic head of 4000 millimeters, ensuring that whoever's in there is going to be kept nice and dry. Then the frame that we're using on here from front to back is predominantly steel, so that's going to give you a good solid and stable structure even in high wind conditions. You find at the back pole and the very front pole we're using Duratec fiberglass poles, and you will just find also that we colour code the poles as well, just to make sure that when you're pitching it, it's going to be as simple and easy as possible. Some other features to highlight on the outside here would be our ventilation panels, which we did talk about from the inside, and if we just have a look inside here, we shall see the ventilation panels themselves. If it does get a little bit too chilly in there though, we can simply just take these away with the Velcro tabs here and push down like so. So next I just want to highlight our Outwell wind stabiliser system here, and I'll just show you how this works. So what we can do is just simply take these Velcro tabs here, we wrap them around the pole themselves, and we fasten into position. You'll find that at the top and at the bottom of each of the side poles along the tent is where these are attached to, and then attached onto them is our guy lines. Once we pull the guy lines out, what you'll find will happen is the entire fly sheet will be pulled against the frame of the tent, tautening the whole thing up and making it much more stable for you, even in the windiest of conditions. So you've just seen there that the guy lines themselves are our classic Outwell luminous guy lines, so hopefully that's going to stop you from tripping over them quite as easily. Then you'll also find that each guy line has got its own retainer here, so when it comes to packing the tent away, we can simply just wrap up the guy lines in our hands and pop it in here, so that the next time you come to use it, you don't have this sort of big bird's nest of guy lines that you have to spend a lot of time untying. Something else to highlight would be the fact that we use our easy pegging system with this tent. This is where we supply you with 3 different styles of peg. We have the solid steel anchor pegs for the corners. We then have the luminous plastic peg for the luminous guy lines. We also have the black plastic peg for all of the black pegging points around the side of the tent. So really all in the name there, the easy pegging system makes it easy for you to make sure you're getting the right peg in the right place. So just to finalise then, there are a few optional extras available for the tent, including a footprint to go under the ground sheet. There's also a carpet available for inside the living area, which is going to give you that much more sort of luxurious feel within the tent. There is also an extension available for the tent and an awning for those who want that little bit outside extra storage space. So there you have it, that's all the features of our Montana 6 from the Deluxe collection. Thank you very much for watching.